All right, I'm back for NA to Z CS2's ongoing coverage of Fragadelphia 18. I'm with Gafolo following their win over Mnmzzz here at Fragadelphia 18. So to start, Mnmzzz is a great team to beat in your run here in North America. How is the team feeling taking down Mnmzzz?
We're feeling good. We know Naus is a very good team. They have experienced players. Yeah, we're feeling good.
And overall, how do you feel about the team's form here in Fragadelphia? You haven't been seriously challenged by any of the American teams so far, but overall, how is the team feeling about their form at this event?
Oh, we're feeling good. The first match we are a bit slow, but all the teams that we faced are good teams, and yeah, we're feeling good.
And now, a lot of American fans won't be familiar with Sharks Esports. One thing I did find interesting that I looked up was your name, Gafolo. There's apparently an interesting story about that in Portuguese. Can you explain that for our American fans where your name comes from?
When I started playing computer games, I joined a game and put a random nickname, and I started meeting people and knowing some guys, and I have to create a nickname. And I started thinking, I look around, I see I played with fork and cake. I just
You put them together.
yeah, we put it together, and in Portuguese is gafo and bolo, gafolo.
And there you go. And is there any other players on your team that have funny names like that? Or what's any funny stories about your teammates' names?
I don't know if you have a funny story like me, but I think RDN is like redondo in Portuguese. But I'm not sure.
Because obviously, Brazilian players definitely, I think, have a very interesting culture when it comes to their player names, or overall, just there's a lot of memes and stuff in Brazil that doesn't translate necessarily well to North America. And we've definitely seen that, at the major with Brazilian teams obviously Gaules is always at the major, and we have Snowzen, and he has that great relationship with Fallen. But I wanted to ask you about that as well. So we're seeing, teams like MIBR, Furia, Pain doing so well at the major. Now that we're heading into 2025, how do you feel about the state of the Brazilian scene overall? Do you think it's in a strong period or a weak period?
A very strong period. The practice in Brazil is very good. Back in the day, we have to go to NA or Europe to practice because in Brazil the scene was not very good. But today the scene is very strong. We can practice in Brazil and get good patches.
And with that as well, we did see the team recently in the online qualifier for the America's Armor miss out on the major. Was that hard for your new team to miss out on the qualifier for the major when so many other Brazilian teams, went through and would eventually go to earn spots in the major?
Yeah, it was a difficult defeat, but we come back and go day by day.
Out of that move, I believe, you did make a change in your team, bringing in Hoxie as a stand-in. Can you tell me about him as a player? Because he is a relatively new face to the Brazilian scenario.
He's not very new. He's an experienced guy, actually, but he's very good. He's very calm. He communicates very well, and that's it.
We did see Sharks attend 2 LAN events before this, the CBCS and the DGE. Ahead of this, do you feel that was good preparation before coming here? Because I do know you had some strong results. I believe beating Audic in CBCS and a 3rd, 4th place in DGE.
Yeah, it's always good to our team to play LANs because we are not a very experienced team. We actually have young guys, so always good to play LAN.
And now that you've taken down Mnmzzz, so that's a major hurdle to overcome at this event on the way to hopefully winning it. But I wanted to ask you, why did Sharks decide to come to this LAN? Obviously, it's a very novel thing for a Brazilian team to fly all the way to Kansas City in the middle of America to play a Counter-Strike tournament. So what made Sharks decide to come here?
I think experience. We have to play much lanes to get this. We are a very young team, and we look to play lanes and get experience.
And now with Mnmzzz being defeated and you guys going on to be, going into, I believe, either the semifinals or the quarterfinals, do you think there's any other teams you'll struggle against, or are you guys confident you can take the trophy here, steal it away from the Americans?
I think we can be humble. There is very good teams, and we go match by match. We can lose every match, we can win every match. I don't know.
And one final thing. So I wanted to ask you about Coachi. Coachi's been the head coach for Sharks for something like 5-6 years now. He's been a consistent piece for this team. Changing play. Consistently as they've changed players, as they've gone through. Entire generations of players have retired, and he's still been the coach. What makes him such a good coach? You think that Sharks have kept him on the club for so many years?
I think his experience. Like he used to play 1.6 and started playing Go. He's a very, how do I say in English? Very strong person, but he helps me a lot. He wasn't a game leader too, so he's like a very father figure for us.